Guys, I apologize for being late. I am so sorry for my lateness. I had a reading. Hold on a second. I got to go and grab some copal resin. All right, y'all. Laeti Ocursum, which is merry meet in Latin. Hello, y'all. This is High Priestess Jamila. I am here to do a potion, okay, for Mabon. And I thought I would come and share. I know that I came here kind of late, and so a lot of you are probably in the bed or something. But if you catch this in the playback, then it's just as good, okay? So we're going to do a protection and healing potion, okay? This will be used for the Mabon circle, as well as it will be well preserved so that we can use it for Samhain, okay? And I've already pulled all of my herbs. I have a plethora of herbs that I'm going to be putting in it. This is a protection and healing potion. So pretty much I'm putting a lot of non-specific healing herbs in it. And I'm going to show y'all how I do that, okay? So make sure that when you guys come in, you hit that thumbs up. And I also want to tell y'all about the fall and winter specials that I am running, okay? So my 15% is posted on the website off of readings and consultations. I am also offering 15% off of rituals and spells, and then 30% off of my classes, okay? Because this economy is very, very scary right now. I know y'all like to save money. So the coupon codes for the rituals and the classes are not out there. Those are done privately, but you know. So it's probably a little too late to get in the circle. There was a lot of work that was done within the circle that really, really brought a lot of intense protection. But I guess you still can. Mabon, or the Autumnal Equinox, is actually on the 23rd this year, but we're going to be doing our group ritual for the circle on the 22nd of September, okay? So today is actually perfect because the last Esbatic ritual that I'm doing will be done. Prior to that, only I'll be feeding the work and, you know, doing my offerings and stuff like that, okay? All right, so here's my cauldron, and it's looking pretty good too. I really do like how my cauldron looks these days. It did have a little bit of rust in it, but somehow, by miracle, I cleansed that out. So I don't know how I did that. All right, let me try to angle this down. So I'm going to be tossing a bunch of herbs up in here, and then we'll be cooking it. I only have to cook it on the stove for probably about 6 minutes. Okay. Now, the first herb that I'm going to put in here is some of my Osha root. And this will bring extremely powerful healing to the circle. There's lots of ends and bits in here that I'm going to toss in here, okay? So Osha root is very cleansing, okay, as well as very healing. So that's why I decided to use some of that. The second ingredient I'm going to put in here, of course, is hyssop. So we're going to put about a pinch of that in here. Okay, hyssop is amazing for purification and definitely really, really good for healing and protection. I love hyssop. Next herb we're going to use, we're actually going to use the golden seal root as well as the golden seal leaf. Okay, so I'm gonna throw some of that in there too. I'm gonna throw like a pinch of each in here. I am hoping to achieve a rich red color, okay, because one of the ingredients that I'm going to use should obviously turn the color like a burgundyish reddish color. All right, we're going to add some white willow bark for healing. And of course, you can't forget eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is amazing for healing from childhood trauma. Eucalyptus is amazing at, healing spiritual wounds in case you've been in some kind of spiritual battle. So we're going to add that in there. And then we're going to add some bone sack. And this is going to be for protection and warding, okay? Like I said, this potion will be good for a while, at least a couple of months, because I'm going to be putting some alum in it to preserve it. This potion is not edible, okay? Even though you can use alum to pickle pickles, okay? Canning. People use alum for canning and preservation, but we're not going to be, this is not edible, okay? It's going to be used for many other purposes, okay? All right, feverfew, okay? And this is to kind of help everybody in the circle, or just whenever I use it with, people that have just like that fear of moving forward in something. Like some of you guys have that fear because sometimes when you change over, it can sometimes be kind of difficult for people who have lived a certain way and have had certain experiences, and then you go from that to getting what you want, feeling better. It's kind of hard to adjust, okay? For some people. I know that for me, I was ready, but some of y'all don't be ready. I'm gonna throw a couple of pinches of that in there. Okay, because I want y'all to accept the miracles that are going to be coming out of this Mabon. We're going to put some St. John's wort in it, to uplift the spirits and to banish demons, for you guys to, not be scared, for strength, and then also to strengthen the potion. I'll put some goldenrod in it as well. Goldenrod is for money and prosperity, but it also helps to invigorate the spirit, goldenrod, okay? For some of y'all that might be a little burned out, okay? We're going to add some elderberries. Don't need a lot because I'm using a lot in this. We're going to add some clove. I don't want it to get overwhelming because as this starts to simmer, the fumes are going to be all throughout the house, and I don't, I'm not trying to. Now, sometimes when you're boiling these herbs, it can really start to get to you. Okay. And then I'll put a little bit of 5-finger grass in there, about a pinch. Yeah, I told you I was putting a whole bunch of herbs in it. We need it. Okay, blessed thistle is going in this one as well. Okay, for heart chakra healing, we're going to throw a few cloves of garlic in it. I don't need to take them out of the shells. And that is to ward off parasites and, things like that. And then I already put golden seal in it. I'm going to put a little bit of fennel seed in it. Okay, and fennel is really good for evil eye, evil spirits. Okay, dandelion leaf for happy spirits, okay? We're gonna put a little bit of vervain herb powder in it. I actually have the actual that's hopefully gonna give it like maybe like a I don't know, like a burnt orange kind of color. Hopefully is what I'm my fingers are crossed for. And then we're gonna add a few bay leaves in here. Told y'all I was putting a whole bunch of stuff. It's for good luck, good spirits. Okay, and then we're gonna put some catnip in it. Okay, catnip is really good for grounding. People don't know that catnip, you know, if you have a hard time grounding yourself, catnip is where it's at. Okay, it will instantly ground you. Even if you're having a panic attack, catnip is perfect for psychic attacks too. Okay, so you know, yeah, y'all should know about that. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit of echinacea in it for healing the immune system. I need to find my because I have some golden seal root as well that I'm putting in here, and I just had it. I just saw it. That's weird. All right, hold on a minute. I just had that golden seal. What did I do with it? That's not it. Thank you, guys. What happened to my golden seal root? I literally just had it. Like I just saw it yesterday. And where did it go? That is so weird. My golden seal is hiding from me. Oh well, I put the leaf in it, but I was gonna put a little bit of the root in it as well. Oh, I still have a few over here. Maybe it's somewhere over here where here it is. I just found it. All right, I have a few more that I'm gonna throw in here. And I wanted to throw some Jericho flower bits in it. Okay, to help out with your creativity. Jericho flower is actually good for the root and the sacral chakra. All right, we're gonna throw some astragalus in here too. Told y'all this is gonna be a very strong potion, okay? We're just putting a pinch of everything. Orange peel for the solar plexus healing, okay? We're gonna put, last but not least, the golden seal root, which looks very different from the flower, okay, because it's the root. And this is for protection to invoke our guardians or guardian angels and stuff, okay, because we're gonna really, really need that. I'm gonna put a senna stick in it, just one is all that's needed. And last but not least, now finally hibiscus flowers, okay? I'm gonna put like a couple of handfuls of that. This should give it a really, really nice burgundy color, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to the stove and put it on the stove. This only has to steep for like maybe 6 minutes. I wonder if y'all can see in there. Let's see, there's all the herbs. And so I'm gonna go and put this on the stove. I'm gonna fill this up with water I don't want to put too much in it that it's too much for my container, but that's okay. If it is, it will just have extra. So I'll fill this up probably about 3/4 of the way with cold water. And I'm using tap water. You can use spring water if you want in this, but I'm using tap, okay? Let's see, I got this light turned off in here. Oh, you know what, guys? I almost forgot. We got to throw a lime in here. But I'll do that from in here. Okay, we're going to start it off on high. And when it starts boiling, knife. Jacob, honey, I'm live, sweetie. I can hear you. I can hear you making your entrance. Let me rinse this lime off real quick. I'm going to add a lime for good luck. Lime is really good for healing as well. Okay, evidently. Y'all, I need to sharpen all my knives in the house. It's just ridiculous. I don't know what happened to my orange one, my favorite orange one. Oh, look at that, this one. So whenever you put limes and garlic in a potion together, it does kind of have a smell like, what's that? It's all good. Okay, so there we go with that, and we're just gonna let that, we're gonna put that to boil on high, and then as soon as it starts boiling, I'm gonna turn it down on low with the top on it and let it simmer for a couple of minutes longer, and then the potion will be ready. In the meantime, I'm gonna get my, let me push this up. I'm gonna get my bottle ready. This is the bottle that I'm gonna be using to keep it in. Sorry guys, those herbs just kind of started getting stuff to moving, okay? So my allergies have actually gotten so much better. But I was just sick. I had like an ear infection. I had sinusitis. I had all kind of stuff going on, y'all. I feel so much better. Had a toothache and all that stuff. Y'all don't even want to know. So I'm going to just consecrate this bottle and clear it, cleanse it of any and all negative energies. Okay, you don't necessarily have to say that. I mean, it's all about the intent. And the way I like to do my bottles is I like to close them up with the smoke in there. All right, so this bottle is going to sit here, and I think I may wash the outside of this real quick. So give me a second, y'all. Because the outside of it kind of looks a little, I don't know. I always keep a spray bottle of diluted. Ooh, maybe I didn't dilute that enough. Diluted ammonia in my kitchen. Right, yeah, that should be good. Just smoky. So, how do you use the potion? You can't dress your candles with it because it has water in it, but you can use it in spells that require water. You can use potions for splashing certain things. This potion could actually be used in a bath because, like I said, the alum that I'm going to put in it to preserve it It's not bad for you. I don't know if I would have a reaction to it, so I don't plan to use it that way at all. I'm gonna use it for wherever spirit moves me, as far as with rituals and healing rituals. Ooh, all of a sudden my allergies started to act up. Probably because of one of those herbs, but I feel like it's cleaning me out. So anybody in the chat? Oh, y'all are so quiet. What's going on? Let me go grab my cards real quick. Okay, before that starts percolating. Let me go grab my cards. What I do with them? I just had them. I just had those cards. What in the world? Maybe I already took them in the kitchen. Did I? Oh, this is weird. Oh, here they are. They were blending in with the couch. Okay. I know that music sounds like depressing funeral music. All right, spirit guides, what's going on? What messages you got? This is my Deviant Moon Tarot deck. I never use this deck. This deck kind of has a mind of its own. One of the reasons why I don't use this deck is because it's one of the most difficult decks to program. Oh, Knight of Pentacles inverted. Ooh. Well, if you're in the circle, the good news is that we are doing some prosperity rituals and healing. All right, what else, spirit guides? Ooh, Knight of Wands inverted. Y'all got to get up and take action. Okay, get your butts in gear. All Seven of Cups inverted. I can see why it would be kind of confusing. Ooh, Queen of Swords in the upright position. She is ruled by Mercury, the Queen of Swords, or either Venus. And then the High Priestess in the upright position. Oh, God. Let me go the left. The Tower inverted. So be careful with allowing other people to create realities for you. Be careful with that, okay? Be very, very careful with that is the first thing that I'm getting out of this message. Yeah. Yeah, y'all are doing that a lot. Quit feeling guilty. Yeah. Quit feeling guilty about your magical witchy gifts. Start loving yourselves, okay? Seriously. Just stop. Y'all got to stop this now, okay? As the Hierophant comes up. I was actually talking about that. You know, I feel that if you're dealing with any kind of, you know, yeah, I feel like that Hierophant is saying to love yourself for who you are, especially a lot of y'all spiritual witchy people. You know, now I'm not saying that I'm not encouraging people to just be out there randomly doing harm to people. I think that you should check yourself before you wreck yourself. However, as far as coming into your powers, coming into your gifts, stop feeling guilty because of that. Stop feeling like you don't belong in this world. Stop allowing people to make you feel like that, okay? So I was looking at a very, very uninspiring. I didn't even look at the video. I just saw the title. I was actually searching for something else, and it came up. to where it was like somebody was saying how to spot the spirit of witchcraft. And it's like, wait a minute, you know, and I got to tell you, I think that witches should stand up, but I think that they don't want to necessarily rock the boat. But I think that there is a lot of hatred being shown, blatantly discrimination. You know, I think that people, instead of saying witchcraft, people need to say how to spot the spirit of a curse, because witchcraft within itself is not a bad thing. If you're cursed or if you're experiencing something negative, that's not the fault of witchcraft itself. So it's a lot of, you know, it's a lot of misconceptions. You know what I'm saying? It really is, and it's really discriminatory. Just the negative with that. So I feel like a lot of you guys are experiencing that. And the high priestess is telling me that you need to talk to somebody in private about it. You know what I'm saying? Like some of this stuff, you know, we just need to speak about it in private. Okay. I know that I talk too much. I express myself a lot. And a lot of people don't like that, but it's just my personality. I'm a Cancer sun on the cusp of Gemini. So you know, Geminis, they don't keep nothing to themselves. They just say what they want. They say what they need to say, which I respect that. But I'm a Leo rising, which means that I'm, you know, I was seeing somebody, I had heard somebody say that your rising sign more so shows on you. And so yeah, I am a Leo rising. And then my Saturn is in Leo too. Which is really interesting. To say the least. A lot of y'all that are having financial issues, you know, it's because there's certain things that have been closed and shut down. You need to open up. Queen of Swords is wonderful in this reading. She's saying that you need to open up your third eye. You need to, you know, it's not that bad. A lot of people are afraid of the unknown. And what is the unknown? The unknown is something that you have not experienced before. Okay. But you want it, but you're kind of like, I don't know if I want this. I don't know what to do. Okay. Hey, Cosmic Equalizer. Hello. So yeah, I can tell that a lot of you guys are experiencing certain things. And see, that is why I have a lot of my stuff deeply discounted, because, you know, I know that you guys like to save money. And I typically do this every fall to where I'll put things on sale. Like everything is on sale except for spiritual supplies. Okay, but other than that, the classes are deeply discounted. My rituals are discounted at 15%. This will be going on all fall and winter to help you guys, because you cannot neglect that. Okay, you need to find a way, and you can. Even my black candle vigils are on sale. Okay, everything. And that's just my way of giving back. That's my way of helping people, because that's truly, you know, I'm not in this to make money. I'm not. I mean, of course I need to be paid for what I do, but it's not about getting rich. Okay. I feel like I'm already rich. Okay. All right, I'm gonna grab my album, y'all, and put a little bit at the bottom of this, because, you know, before we know it, no, that's not album, that's Salt Petrie. Where is my album? Show yourself. Here it is. Okay. So I'm going to very carefully try to put this in here without spilling it everywhere. I'm going to grab one of my apothecary spoons to do that with. It'll just be easier. All right, we're going to put I don't even really know any specific measurements. Ooh, I hope that didn't go in my wine. Nah, it's all right. All right, we're going to put 3 apothecary teaspoons in it. And this will keep our potion fresh for at least a couple of months. After that, I'm going to dump it out. Also, another thing, if you guys want as gift items, I can send you guys little potion bottles. You just have to be kind of creative with it. I think that if you're doing any kind of water magic, like if you're using water jars or, some of the ingredients that you guys saw in it, obviously there's going to be a limited supply, but all of the ingredients that you guys saw go in it, can be used for many purposes, but this is for specific protection and healing. Okay. So that means anything that needs to be healed, whether or not it's your soul, your spirit, your head, your heart, your feet, your legs. Hey, Miss Fairy. Hello. Let me see what my daughter is a Leo rising. I'm Aries rising. Oh, cool. Cool. That's what's up. So do y'all butt heads ever at all? Okay, y'all. I'm gonna go check on this potion. What we got going on? Let me turn on this light. Because I got it kind of dark in this kitchen. Now, of course, I can put the top on this and it will actually start to boil faster, but it's already smoking. So, and I need to I'm gonna grab this. Really what I need is a strainer. I need a strainer really, really, really bad. Really bad. Because I don't really want a lot of the I'm gonna do a makeshift strainer with this coffee filter is what I'm gonna do. Okay, let's see if this will work. I think it should work. Y'all, I have not been able to find any pumpkins at the grocery store. And I wanted to carve a pumpkin, so I got some of those foam pumpkins. I don't know if you guys ever heard of those. I got 2 of them. They had them at the Dollar Tree, actually. So that oughta be okay. I'm gonna have to pour it slow. So let me see. I need to just go get my glasses, y'all. I'm blind. Let me grab my glasses. I usually normally wear contact lenses, okay? Uh-huh. She is my oldest daughter. We get along though. Well, that's good. That's good to get along with your kids, man. That's good. That ain't cute. I understand sometimes families have issues, but that's why I said I have an excellent relationship with my daughters. If they get ticked off at me sometimes, I'll be like, what? I'll be like, girl, we better work this out like right now. Like right now. Okay. And so, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be carving a pumpkin tonight. With the foam pumpkins, I'm kind of afraid to put like a tea light inside of it because, what if it, creates a fire hazard? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the bottom of the pumpkin so that the tea light can go like at the bottom. And we'll see if that works. Of course, I'm going to have it right in front of the fireplace. And so normally I carve my pumpkins live, and I am going to do that. You know, I've noticed that people have gotten started early on carving pumpkins. And so wherever y'all getting these pumpkins from, because from what I could see, my regular grocery store, which is Kroger ain't had no kind of nothing that even looked close to pumpkin. So I haven't been able to get any. Hopefully by this weekend, I'll be able to get an actual real pumpkin because, you know, they can be pretty messy. I think I'm going to try to maybe dust mine with alum. I don't know. Because they go bad so quickly. You carve them pumpkins and it'd be like 2 or 3 days later. But see, I don't just carve my pumpkins just for decoration. I actually carve them with an intent to remove negative energy. And there's a video up on the channel from like 2 or 3 years ago, like this big black, like it was like a big greenish, blackish just mold. I was like, that ain't normal. Don't play. Like it was like overnight. Like we blessed it to remove any negativity and all that stuff, and it just overnight, it just molded overnight. I was like, what in the world? And it's still up on the channel, you know. And I was like, where did that thing come from? And so Spirit said, just throw that in the garbage, throw it in the trash, right? So I immediately threw it away and carved another one because, you know, it was pretty bad. It was because pumpkins will, like, pumpkin lore is, oh my God, it's very, very extensive. You know, that's why everybody likes pumpkin pie and stuff. I don't really like pumpkin pie. I prefer sweet potato. But you know, that's why people, you know, pumpkins are very, very powerful, and like they will trap negative spirits inside of them. They will. And it was so crazy when I saw that, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be prepared to see just about anything except for something bad happening like to people. I just if I do see something bad, I try to warn people, but like stuff like that, you know, I'm always prepared to see something new. Okay. You know how they say that, you know, when you're a psychic medium, like spirit is preparing you to actually see spirits. Because believe it or not, years ago, I was so timid and so scared. I was like, if I see a spirit, I'm just gonna die. I'm just gonna die. But obviously now I'm different. You know what I'm saying? So if I actually saw one, I wouldn't be as scared. So I'm not prepared to. I'm not prepared. Honestly, I ain't ready to just sit here and, you know, we see orbs a lot, but to just see a spirit manifest in front of me and say hello, I'd be like, do y'all see that person sitting right there? It is a person sitting right there. So, you know, anyway. All right, let me see what the chat is talking about. Okay. I get my pumpkins. Yay! Yes! Yes, everybody should be carving their pumpkins. Yes, they are excellent protection. They will drive spirits away. They will trap spirits inside of them. All right, so this is starting to bubble a little bit. I'm gonna put the top on it. Yeah, that's definitely getting ready to do its thing. Yes, I love this time of the year. This is actually my favorite time of the year. Pretty much everything from September to December the 31st is like, I love that time of the year for some reason. You know, it's my preferred time of the year. And I'm from an area where there's a lot of snow and cold weather. And I moved over here to Georgia to get away from the cold. I think that the grass is definitely greener on the other side though. Like I think if I were to go back to a cold environment, I think I would start missing the warmth. But it does get cold over here in Georgia, especially if you're near the water. There's a kind of I am by a lake. It's a little ways away, about a half a mile down, and so it gets really really cold at night over here by the water. But just I was sitting here the other night looking at some snowy ambiances, and I was like, oh, that is so nice and pretty. But do I want to actually deal with that snow and have the inconvenience of stuff getting shut down? Like, thank God for the weather people, because at least you can get prepared to get snowed in whenever you do get snowed in. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember being snowed in. I was so frustrated. I was like, I am so tired of all this snow. Yeah, it is. It's a great time of the year, and especially when it comes to Mabon, that time of the year, that time in between the autumnal equinox and October the 1st. That's why a lot of people tend to get kind of sick, because your body's healing of stuff, and it's very very balancing. It's balancing, because what happens during the autumnal equinox is that we get equal day and equal night, which I prefer, because like it's starting to get darker earlier and earlier. So I actually like that, because it does feel really balanced. It really does, and it's really good. It's really good for um, everything. It just seems like things can get really really chaotic during the summer. Oh my God, I just mm, 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 mm. I don't know what it is about the summertime. I don't necessarily like it. It's hot. It's sticky. You know, it, I get sunburned really easily. Like, you can't tell that I have a sunburn, but on each side right here, it just is a sunburn. And so yeah, and I guess if I were getting tan all over, that would be okay. But the sun kind of can make my skin blotchy, and so you know, I ain't really into blotchy skin. But otherwise, why is there a gnat in here harassing me? Go away! It's like one little lonely, like little some kind of little something. It's just like it's like harassment. Mm. All right, y'all. Let's check on this, because it should be okay. Yeah, it's starting to do something. And let me see if my color came through the way that I wanted it. Mm. Y'all should smell those fumes. It smells so good. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a really, really pretty color. Oh my God, I wish y'all could smell that. I really, really wish that y'all could smell this right now. Yeah, those ingredients, all of those herbs that I put in it, it gave it like a really, really, it's kind of, it's like a very, very sweet tea. It smells like very, very sweet tea is the way I can describe it. And there's no honey in it, but it smells like there's honey in it, but it's not. You can't even smell the garlic. Oh my God, yeah. That, and You can smell the cinnamon in it, but it's not like overwhelming, like, oh, cinnamon, it's really good. The fumes are great. So, um, ooh, more wine. So I do want to start doing more potions. Potions are actually an excellent addition to hex breaking, actually. And so with my craft, like for example, the last couple of curse reversals removals that I did, I had a brew going with water, and it didn't smell as good because I had things like wormwood, garlic. I had an onion in it. I did throw a lemon in it. Um, but it's good to make that with it. A lot of times, the way that I use water in my spells and rituals and stuff is I like to put the candle at the bottom of a bowl and I'll fill the rest up with some kind of water. And so a potion would be perfect to use for that. So that's what I would use that for, either, like I said, jars, or if you want to pour it somewhere or toss it somewhere if you're trying to get rid of maybe a curse or a spell or a spirit or something, you just have to get creative with it. Usually when I create something witchy, like I'll have the product and spirit will, it's just something, it just tells me what to do with it. So, I'll kind of just go with my natural instinct on what to do with it. So, but they are good for because I do a lot of jar spells. So people are not, it's not like in the movie Charmed where you can just, you remember in Charmed, they would have these little glass bottles with their potions in and they would throw it at the demon. Like you can't just throw things at people. People can call the police on you, but you definitely can make a potion in your cauldron and you can put it in a jar, whether or not it's a banishing jar or maybe a hexing jar or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Depending on if you do that kind of thing. Oh, good. That little net didn't fall in my wine because I think that's what he was after. Um, If you ever have a problem with fruit flies, they have this new thing. It's shaped like an apple. It comes with 2 in a pack. Literally over the summer, we had started to get fruit flies, and I just said, you pour this liquid down at the bottom of the thing, and you just sit it out. It was gone within a day or two, So, but I was doing some work with some onions that had attracted a few of them, but they don't last very long in this kind of weather, so. I don't, it hasn't been too much of a problem where I feel like, oh God, I got to do something about this. Yeah, that potion is smelling good, y'all. I wish y'all could smell it. It's starting to boil. Mm. See, there's a method to my madness. I just kind of threw and I got more healing herbs than this, but I just kind of threw them in there and was just like, let's see, and this is good. This is an excellent smell. And just the scent that's coming from it, the aroma is really, really nice. Mm. I am gonna let it come to a boil, and it hasn't reached its boiling point yet. Once it get up, yeah, it has. It's starting to boil. Right when I said that, it started to kind of boil. So give this like a couple more minutes, and I'm gonna actually remove it from the heat because I want it to cool down. I want to pour it in my bottle on camera, but it might be a little hot. So that's why I kind of thought about recording a video. Maybe I will, because maybe I'll just record it in a video. Y'all think that would be a good idea? Because if I sit here, it's going to take at least 30 minutes for it to cool down. I'm sure that a lot of y'all want to go to sleep. It's 9 o'clock. It's probably later than that in some places, and it's actually 10 o'clock. Yep, it's 10:32. So in the spirit of not taking up too much of you guys' time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it boil. And I'll just record video footage of it and show you guys me pouring it. So that'll be part 2. I thought I would come and hang out with y'all. Thank you so much for coming. Again, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Thank you so much. Blessings to y'all. Okay. And like I said, it's not too late to get in, the autumnal equinox, but I'm going to be rolling out Samhain like that day, okay, or the next day. So you just get in Samhain, okay? Unless you wanted to join at the last minute, but pretty much only 3 days until then. And then, so yeah, because a lot of people really love Samhain. So that's why we'll do that. If you guys are interested, you don't have to. It's not something that is required, but it's recommended. Just like, what I teach my students about practicing the craft, I am a believer in the Sabbaths. Okay. I believe that you should celebrate them because they are very, very beneficial. Okay. So, anyway. All right, y'all. I will catch y'all later. Okay. Blessings. I gotta go. Bye-bye.